We've come to the final day. We've come to the final day. We've come to the final day. Hope you have a happy anime Christmas. Doesn't exactly rhyme. Yay! I hope you're all amazing. And if you are not, I hope my video puts a smile on this very festive day and makes you laugh. We are here. It is day 12, the final day of the 12 days of anime, and I'm a little sad because we reached the end, but it is Christmas officially, everybody. Oh. So wherever you are in the world, to all my YouTube, blogger, friends, whomever I have met through the power of anime, I wish you all a fantastic freezing Christmas, because it's probably cold for everywhere else. And to all my friends that are here in Aussie, I wish you all a boiling Christmas, because it is going to be a warm one this Christmas. As of right now, me recording this, probably going to be about 95 in Fahrenheit, which is 35 in degrees, so it is pretty damn warm Christmas, and I'm going to be in that pool. I'm going to be in that pool, and I'm probably going to be thinking about Free. We're going to do for the last day, I had to have a good think about what I could do for the last day of the 12 days of anime. What's better than on Christmas than getting presents? Now as you get older, it becomes like, meh, you know, presents. Mostly becomes about the food and the drink, but... So in this video, we're doing a haul video. And what is in this haul is actually things I have bought since my last haul, which was back in July. So it's been about 6 months again since I did a haul video. Without further ado, let's just get right into all the anime goodies. So I'll just say what will be in this haul is just anime and manga. Oh my goodness, manga. Half of my hauls I've ever done on this channel hardly ever have manga. And seriously, in 2019 is being taken seriously. Getting a lot of new manga. There's so many titles that I would love to try out, I want to buy, and that is the goal. The first thing that I picked up, which was back in July, went to AvCon, as I discussed in these 12 days of anime, a anime convention, and I picked up some manga because that was the goal and the intent. If I was going to buy anything, it was going to be manga, and this has been a while since I've reread this manga. It's been a few years. And it was one of the very first mangas I ever read, and that is Rurouni Kenshin. And this is the omnibus, the very first one, containing volumes 1, 2, 3. Know me, and on this channel, that Kenshin, this series is my favorite samurai anime of all time, and it is definitely the series that got me into the samurai genre. And this is about a wandering samurai named Kenshin. If you don't know what Kenshin is about, he was known as Botosai the Manslayer. He was an assassin, hired assassin, and then he leaves his assassin days behind when the Japan enters into the Meiji era, a time of peace, and then he becomes a wandering samurai that refuses to kill, and he has a backhanded sword as well that does not kill, and of course he meets Karu, main female protagonist, which becomes a love interest eventually. Bass comes back to haunt Kenshin because this series is very long. The anime is about 197 episodes. Pretty long, but honestly season 1 and 2 are the main ones you want to watch, because season 3 is more like filler, because season 1 and 2 only really cover the manga. I forgot how many manga volumes there are of this, and just seriously, like, I'm so happy to begin to collect this, because I love actually how these editions have been done. Like, it's really easy to flip through the pages, and let's just have a look at this person's artwork, which we know by Nobunaga Watsuki. Now, some people may know that I think it happened earlier this year or end of last year that he was arrested for possessing child pornography, which does not obviously reflect good light on the manga author. But regardless, his work of Kenshin is amazing. It does not make me think badly of him as a manga author of his work. I mean, look at this, look at this. Just look at this detail, like, oh my goodness. Look at that expression on Kenshin's face. Ugh, I love this manga so much, and it's probably going to take me a goddamn while to collect this, because It's taken forever for actually volumes of this type for the manga of Kenshin to come out, so I'm glad I got this. And me and Kenshin, I'm gonna have a fun time collecting this over the next year or so. However long it takes me. Is a fantastic series. Best action scenes, you should definitely pick up Kenshin. Next up is, I recently got these volumes in the mail because I decided to order some volumes of manga to fill in the gaps of my collection. I've been meaning to for years, and I seriously mean that when I say that. So, first couple of volumes I got for a series that was one of the very first like historical shoujo series that I started collecting way back, and I just have never completed it. It was missing like 2 volumes, that's all it took, and I somehow took forever to get them, which is for a series called Dawn of Volcano, which is volume 12 and 13. So here is, hang on, let me get it right, I haven't done this for a while. So there is volume 12, and then here is the final volume, which is volume 13. Oh my goodness, to have like the final volume is amazing to be holding in my hands, to be honest. And this is by author Ray Toma. Now I know Ray Toma has come out with a new series called Water Dragon's Bride, which I've read the first couple of volumes of, and I'm digging it. I'm digging the story. And I read that maybe 1 month or 2 months ago, and this series is by far one of my favorite shoujo mangas. I'm going to be happy to reread this, and it's based on a arranged marriage between a prince and a princess from 2 different countries to, you know, unite their countries. And you're going to probably get Shirayuki vibes if you like Snow White with the red hair, because our main girl is Princess, oh god, I've been through it, Nakabi. She's like known as having red, you know, unusual hair, red hair, and she is the odd one out in her family. And the person she marries is, oh my god, I forgot, Caesar, this guy here, who is like a complete ass in the beginning. I say in the beginning, and these two do not get along at all at first, because there's a lot of stuff that happens. And there is also, of course, her little bodyguard, which is Loki. He is a cutie in this, and he only ever has the best intentions for Nakaba, because yes, some interesting stuff happens regarding him too, if I remember. I'm hoping I will reread this and give a full good review on this on the channel in the new year, is the intention. So this is a great shoujo historical. I wish I could tell you guys more about it, but it's been so long since I've actually reread it. But there will be a video coming. Definitely can count on that. So next up, I have about 10 volumes of this now. So I ended up getting volume 10 of Kimi ni Toraki. Look at that cover. Oh my goodness. And I have been collecting this series so slowly because, as you know, I did mention it in these 12 days of anime as a recommendation to watch during Christmas. It is such a sweet, mature, teenage high school romance. This series is just adorable. I love Sawako. I love the Kazehaya as a couple, how they get to the point of being a couple. And there is 30 volumes of this series, so I have only got a quarter of the series yet. But hey, I'll eventually get there, and I have been tempted to read the first 10 volumes. I have, give my thoughts. I've been tempted. This is my favorite romance anime of all time, next to Say I Love You. And I cannot wait to get all the volumes of this, because I have flipped through all of the volumes I have. The art looks amazing. Like the expressions on each other's faces. Like look at that, for example. Oh my goodness. Seriously, if you have never watched or read Kimi no Toraki, oh my goodness, you need to. It is definitely a #1 must anime romance to watch and get invested in. We have next up 2 volumes, volume 1 and 2 of Kamikaze Kaito Janine. Look at these covers. And honestly, the sad thing about that I have completed this series now. There's like only 7 volumes of this. It does not match my old ones that I have. Can you see the difference here? Which is a little bit disappointing, but then again, you know what? Who cares? I have the entire series now. This was the very first manga I read by well-known author Arina Tamura. Her artwork is so beautiful. Like, who does it better than Shoujo Cutesy? Let me see. I've not flipped through these for ages. Look at that. Ah, look at that. So cute. It's focused on a girl named Marion, who becomes the reincarnation of known as the art thief, known as Kamikaito Janine, transforms into her at night and steals paintings that are possessed by demons, and obviously people then become possessed by demons, or people who are taken over that are vulnerable, they're facing some sort of stress or heartbreak, and obviously get Janine to come in, who comes and saves the day and relieves them of the demon that is possessing them to do bad things. We also have the intrusion of Sinbad, who is also a thief as well. So he is the romance element in this, and this is such a great shoujo magical romance. There's only 7 volumes. It is so easy to pick up. They are $10 on Book Depository if you're interested in picking it up, because these only cost me $10, both of these. Book Depository, I love you, because I've been searching to get volume 1 and 2 for a goddamn long time, and now I have them. So Kamikaito Janine is fantastic. So is Arina Tamura's work, if you love shoujo. And the next up that I got recently that completes a series is volume 2 of Absolute Boyfriend by Yu Watsuhei. Now, Yu Watsuhei is another mangaka that I absolutely love her work. I've been dying to read Fuushi Yugi for the longest time, and I also have her other works like Alice 19th, and I've read the majority of what she has put out, and Absolute Boyfriend was actually my first introduction into her work. I love this manga. It's only 6 volumes long, and finally I have all of them. Oh my god, I cannot believe I have all of them. Absolute Boyfriend is about a girl named Rika who gets herself into a dodgy situation, and she signs up for a free trial online for a mystery-like lover, and she gets in a box named Knight. Now, he's kind of like, I guess, like Chi from Chobits, where she's like a Persicon, like a computer android. Like, she really looks like a human, talks like a human, does feel like a human, but she's really not. So it's that type of thing, as best I can explain it, because it's been some time since I've reread all of this. And she names him Knight, and obviously she starts falling for her rented lover that she's paying for, actually, because Rika hated facing rejection from good-looking guys, and then we get, obviously, her childhood friend Sushi that gets involved, and you know what? It's a hot mess. But I love this series. Absolute Boyfriend is a classic. And the second to last manga that I picked up during these last 6 months is part of the Vision of Escaflowne manga. Now, I have read this, and I have all up to volume 6. Yeah, it's 6, because there is 8 volumes of this. This is based off of from the anime, but obviously the anime is completely different to actually the manga. It is. And this is by Katsu Aki. I've never actually looked up any other works by this author. I really should. So that is this is volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. I dig this outfit. Look, Hitomi looks different compared to the anime. She actually has long hair in the manga. Volume 5 and volume 6. Now, I got these volumes of manga because I already had volume 1. I got the rest on a site called Gumtree, a second-hand site where you can just get all second-hand goods. And somebody was selling these volumes, and I'm like, yes, they are in mint condition. And I swiped up a good deal. I have spoken highly about the series. It is a fantastic mecha romance fantasy series. I love it so damn much. And we're getting on to the anime. The very first thing that I picked up was during a Madman sale, but I can't show you all of them. I actually picked up nearly all of the volumes of Inuyasha. I was missing seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6. The only thing I'm missing right now is season 6 part 2, because how season 6 was brought out was by Madman was stupid. They brought out season 6 part 1 and then part 2. As soon as I get the missing season, I will have the entirety of this series, and each season was $5. No, each season was $10. Holy crap, that was such a good deal. So I had to give this a mention because I'm not showing you guys all of the bloody whole seasons that I have. Next up that I got is a series I picked up alongside Inuyasha because I needed to get it so I could get free shipping. I had watched the trailer of this series a long time ago and I was curious about it. It's a supernatural romance series, it looks like. It's only 10 episodes and it is called Inari Kon. So I'll read the back to you guys because I actually haven't read the back. So Inari is a sweet and shy middle school girl with a huge crush on Tanabashi, one of the cutest guys in her grade. She's not smooth enough to tell him how she feels, and every time she tries, things just keep getting worse. That is until one day she saves an injured fox, now I'm starting to remember, struggling on the riverbank. To Inari's surprise, the fox turns out to be the familiar of Ukai, the beautiful goddess of Inari's shrine. As thanks, Ukari grants Inari the power of shapeshift, and Inari uses newfound powers to attempt to win over Tanabashi. Oh my god, this sounds cute already. Unfortunately, love isn't as simple as changing forms, and to make matters worse, the spirit world is not pleased with Inari's divine powers. Oh my god. This sounds amazing because I remember I was watching the trailer for it and this looks so cute. I'm definitely watching this over Christmas now. I'm definitely going to do a video on this, guys. You can bet your ass I am. So that sounds adorable. And a series that I picked up during a anime convention, which is a musical anime. So this series is called Nobad Cantabile? I can't even say it properly, but it's about these two musicians who come together. One is Crazy, which is the female character, and the male character is somebody who strives for big in terms of goals. Interestingly enough, this set also includes an OVA, and this is the first season, so there is a second season. I believe this is a long series. And I also believe that this is the same art style to the series Honey and Clover as well, that romance series, which I can just tell right off the bat from the animation style. But I have seen the trailer of this, and I had seen some people way back talking about this series, and it's supposed to be really beautiful about this pair's relationship to music and what they build for themselves together as well. So I'm excited to dive into that at some point. Next up was actually the last thing I ever bought anime wise. That was back in October, because ever since October I haven't bought any anime. The only thing I bought really since then is manga, because I've been trying to focus on building up the manga side of things. And this was a complete blind buy again, but it was a 90s series and it is called The Irresponsible Captain Tyler, and I bought this off of Gumtree again, the secondhand site, and this is a really old release, and honestly when I read the synopsis about it, it's related to Nadesco in terms of the genre. Like, it likes comedy, it looks really silly just looking at the front of it. This is our main character Tyler, and this story is focused on who takes command of a ship and its crew, and him being the captain, and it's supposed to be like a crazy space adventure kind of vibes. And this is the set that I got, which is actually quite pretty. This is the entire series, and I actually really like this set, even though it's like a digipack. I mean, who stopped doing digipacks ages ago? I know America still does like digipacks, and I know some of my fellow anime collectors are not a fan of digipacks, but this is the entire series. I have not watched this yet. I'm sure I will definitely get around to it, but I don't regret buying this. This was only picked up for like $10. Somebody didn't really want this, and I'm a sucker for old anime and ones I've not known, so I'm pretty happy that I bought that, and eventually I'll get around to watching it. Like, I'm finally watching some off my shelf. Continuing on with the anime, one favourite series I picked up is the supernatural series Inubaku. This is one of my favourite supernatural series. I love these two. This series is about a girl named Rurichi Instead of living the high life, she wants to just attend a regular school with regular students because her family's quite rich. So she ends up going a special housing complex for rich kids, and they all have a servant, beautiful Soshi. And there's some eccentric personalities in this series. That's what makes this series so hilarious. Its characters, and there's a beautiful thing that happens with these two, and I've rewatched this so many times. I'm just so happy finally it's mine. And another little series I picked up, which I needed obviously, and I have mentioned this in the 12 Days of Anime. Do I need to say more? It's free. It's the second season. Free Eternal Summer. Now, the stupid thing that didn't happen over here in Australia regarding to Mad Men is we didn't get the licensing for season 1. So Mad Men only have the license to distribute season 2. Who knows what will happen with bloody season 3, dive into the future. But, you know, I've talked about Free. I love Free, and at least I've got a piece of it now in my collection. I know I'm going to have to buy season 1 from Ride Stuff or something, which is okay, but seriously, Mad Men, we need season 1 here, licensed. Sometimes it's so funny when it comes to anime licensing. Really is confusing as to why particular ones don't get licensed, but I know that's obviously for specific reasons. It is what companies will allow for licensing, what won't. But now, the last series that I picked up during this month, which I teased on Twitter about, and this is quite a old series. This is a 80s series, and I have never watched it. It has been praised upon so much in the last year that it's got a lot of attention. But yeah, this series was going out of print. It was on Right Stuff, and this series led me to finally buy off of Right Stuff, try out their service as an international customer. And after this, I have to say, the shipping was quite fast, the packaging was really good, and I would definitely buy from Right Stuff again because Right Stuff have a lot of old shit. But and that series is one that I'm so happy and proud to have in my collection. It is The Rose of Versailles, is how you say it. I have the entire series, part 1 and part 2. This is this famous 80s shoujo manga that covers a lot of important themes such as LGBT themes, which, as far as I know, all I know is this is about a newborn into a royal family, and they decide to name their daughter or raise them as a boy and call them Oscar to preserve their family name, and their son at 14, remember this is 80s anime, becomes the commander of the French Royal Guard and has to guard and protect Marie Antoinette. That's as far as I know about the plot. I don't know. All I know is this is historical. There's going to be a lot of romance, drama in this, but it's also facing a lot of important themes as well, because this is a series that has been recommended to me no end of times to finally check out, and I just thought, since it was going out of print, I thought I better get on this. So I'm excited to dive into this famous piece of classical anime. You have no idea. And yeah, that concludes all of the manga and anime I have consumed or picked up. Hope you enjoyed seeing all of the rest of the anime that I got in this video for the final 12 days of anime. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, have a great time. But I wish you all a Merry Christmas, guys, and I will see you all in the new year. I'll come out with a video or something talking about plans, I guess. And this was so fun doing the 12 days of anime. If you want to check out everybody who's participated in the 12 days of anime, check them out down below in the spreadsheet. And Merry Christmas, guys. See you in the new year. Bye!